Hey, what's going on guys, Sensotix here, and I'm finally bringing you another video here on my channel. This time I'm showing you my thief build, my pistol whip thief build that I have been using in the last two ESL tournaments, which we actually managed to win. So, let's start with the weapons. I'm using sword and pistol, with the fire and air sigil, which you can actually use together since the last patch, to get like the maximum damage output. Then on my short bow I have Sigil of Fire to get some AoE damage. When you're like standing at the side of the fight and just clustering, you get more AoE damage with it. Then Sigil of Energy, because most of the times when you're on short bow you're trying to get out of the fight and trying to disengage, so Sigil of Energy is really helpful. Then the Rune of Strength for more damage, because whenever you have might stacks you deal 7% more damage, so that's really good, and the rune got buffed after the last patch, so really good. Then for my traits I use 62006. In Trickery I have Thrill of the Crime, because Fury and Might is really good. Whenever you steal and use Pistol Whip afterwards you have a higher crit chance because of Fury, and because of the Might stick you get 7% more damage due to the rune set bonus. Then you have Bountiful Theft, which is really good because it prioritizes stability. So whenever somebody is trying to res or stomp with stability, you can just rip it off and get it and give it to your allies. Also you get Vigor. This in combination with Sleight of Hand, which stasis the enemy for 1 second, is really good because whenever somebody stomps, like I said before, you can just interrupt the stomp just with 1 steal. It's really good for controlling team fights and like whenever somebody's down in a 2v2 and somebody's trying to stomp or whatever. Also the recharge of steel is reduced by 20%, which is really helpful, and I will come to that later. Then critical strikes, I'm using Signets of Power to get might stacks, so I have like 100% rune set bonus here with the 7% damage whenever I spike, because I spike either with steel or with infiltrator signet, and in both cases I have might stacks, so the rune set triggers all the time. Also it gives me some extra damage because I lose a little bit of damage because I'm not going into critical strikes a lot. Then for Deadly Arts I'm going with Mug. Because of the recharge on steel I have a heal, 1.9k heal, which is pretty nice every 20 and something seconds. The damage is quite nice and it really helps keep me alive in team fights. Then Improvisation, also a really good trait. It gives me a chance to recharge a special type of abilities like Signets, Traps, Venoms, Tricks or Deceptions. So I have 1 Venom, 2 Deception skills and 1 Signet, so the chance of recharging one of them is really high. Especially since I have a really low recharge on steel with 21 seconds and a half. Also it gives me 10% extra damage when wielding a bundle, which is whenever I steal I get a stolen ability, and that's called a bundle because a lot of players don't actually know this. And then for the key trait in this build, Panic Strike, it's really good. A 5.25 second immobilize whenever the target drops below the threshold, which is 50%, with a 30-second recharge. So you can actually call it to your team and then you can spike the target down, because 5.25 seconds immobilize is really strong. If you can't cleanse it immediately you will probably die. And especially with Pistol Whip it's really good to have the target immobilized, because you will just hit your whole Pistol Whip and kill the target immediately. So that's actually the build I have been using in the last 2 ESL tournaments. I hope you will have fun with it and test it out and tell me what you think of it. Also make sure to subscribe and like this video, because a lot of videos will follow in the future, and I will try to keep this channel more active and upload more videos every day. So I will also upload some Sensotix Go Solo Queue episodes with this build, and I'm currently working on a PvP series where I explain tactics, roles, rotations and everything, but this might take a while because it's actually quite huge, the project. So yeah, see you in the next video guys. Ciao ciao.